Today on RMGB TV, I'm reviewing the Bride of Pinbot table for Pinball Arcade. The version that I've been playing this table on is the PlayStation 3 version mainly, but for the small price of $3.99 you also get access to the PlayStation 4 version, should you be lucky enough to own one of those nice shiny next generation consoles, and also the Vita version, which is quite a bargain considering that the table itself can easily cost you £2, and you also get the excellent table Medieval Madness, which is also worth at least £4,000. I haven't played Medieval Madness as nearly as much as I have played Bride of Pinbot, so I can't really review that yet, although I will probably come back to it later. Before I go on with describing the basic rules of the table and my review of what I like about it, I'm going to start off with a little bit of background. It was released in Williams in arcades way back in the year 1991, and was designed by John Trudeau and Python Angelo, both who are very well known in the pinball arena, having designed many tables between them. The overall concept was also created by Python Angelo. The striking artwork was by John Usey, and the music was by Dan Toasty Forden, who later on became famous for popping up in the corner of Mortal Kombat 2, of course. The game is the sequel to the 1989 table Pinbot, and itself had a sequel, Jackbot, in 1995, which incorporated a gambling/casino theme together with the established robot theme that's present in all three tables in this series. Okay, so the main rules of the table. The overall objective is to consistently shoot the ball up the left-hand ramp into the machine or the bride itself, which activates various features of the bride, such as the voice module to begin with, and then each of the eyes, which then activates a two-ball multi-ball mode. You then have to keep both balls in play, because losing one of them will reset the whole thing back to square one, so you don't want to do that at all. And then you shoot both balls back up into the bride again, which triggers metamorphosis, where the bride then becomes human. But that's not the end of it, however. You get the two balls back into multi-ball mode again, and then it's your task to shoot them back in, which finally triggers the large ring. And if you're lucky, you get the chance to go for the 1 billion point shot, which is the heart ramp in the centre of the table. This shot is not as easy as it looks, because if your shot has not got the momentum to get all the way up and score the jackpot, then the path it's likely to come out at will send it straight through the flippers, which is what happened to me the one and only time that I did activate the mode. There are a few other sub-modes in the game which won't score you anywhere near as many points, but for example, if you shoot the ball up into the very left hand slot, then you get the smaller ring, which can either activate a smaller jackpot, which is usually worth about 7 million, or it can give you an instant extra ball, or just like the extra ball feature. There's also an extra ball awarded for getting to 7 million points, which is not that difficult at all, really. I've got to the point where a decent game will score about 30 million points, So the thing that I like about the game personally is its overall simplicity. As I said, the main objective is to consistently score that left-hand ramp. So there's not too much to learn compared to something like Medieval Madness that it comes along with, of course. So, this could also be seen as a weakness for professional players, because it also means that the game hasn't got an awful lot of depth, although it's just right for amateur players like myself. And it's also one of the easier games to play on a horizontal ratio HD TV, because the nature of pinball is vertical. You'll never be able to fit the entire table onto a standard TV screen, which is one of the major disadvantages if you ask me about computer pinball. The Vita can get around this problem, because you can flip the Vita horizontally and then use the left and right sides of the touchscreen to trigger the flippers. This works very well, and is probably the best way to play the game. And it also makes for a very good portable game. So overall, I would give this game an 8 out of 10. I've enjoyed coming back to it time and time again over my Christmas break, and yeah, I like the whole B-movie atmosphere of the game and the robotic theme. There's lots of good speech in the game, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. So that's it for this review of Bride of Pinbot. If it's successful, then I shall probably return later on with more pinball table reviews for Pinball Arcade.